Hello and welcome, my noodles with a diameter of at least 1 inch. It's SJB here, and we are about to play some more Chimps mode for you guys. This is my Chimps ++ series. I played a game yesterday and I had so much fun with it, I decided to give it another shot for you puppies. So, yeah, I felt like the Spike Factory play was kind of difficult to pull off right at the very beginning here. Ooh, this is going to be tight. This is going to be so tight. Oh, so tight. So deliciously, amazingly tight. It feels good. Yes. All right, I was really worried about getting started up in here. You guys probably know by now that Chimps starting off is very difficult to do, especially in advanced map. In most situations, the best way to start off any game is just 3 dart monkeys. 3 dart monkeys can get you going. But if you have a tower that is more expensive than $650, it means you need to do a hero start. And that limits us to Quincy, Soda, or Ezili. Those are the only 3 heroes that we can do a start with. We can't use Oben, we can't use Ben, we can't use Adora, we can't use Churchill, we can't use anybody, because they cost more than $650 to start. We can't use Geraldo either, which was I don't want to say recent, but patched somewhat recently, so now Geraldo is not a starter tower either. So what we're limited to is just using, I believe, Soda. Unfortunately, Soda is not very easy to start with on most advanced maps. In fact, I believe there's only 2 or maybe 3 that I can even get started in here without actually losing at all. So that's the good news. We've got a Spike Factory up, we've got Soda going, so now it's really in the Spike Factory's hands. Another cool thing about Spike Factory is that I think is just often overlooked as just sort of useless in most situations is the lead popping power. Because usually you don't wait until you get to the very back of the map before you pop lead balloons. That's not the way it's designed to play. But sometimes that happens. And DDTs in particular, that can definitely happen where they get all the way to the very back over here. Luckily for us, just a spike ball fast production, even fast production, when we finally get them, is going to carry us pretty far in this game, I think. With our lead popping power, our total popping power, good ceramic popping power, this guy's just a good overall Spike Factory. Good to start us off, good to run us through. But I'm going to need some big boys in here, and that's where it gets tricky, because we have to think about long-term strategies. Spike balls will get us where we want to go. We're going to need a Spike Storm pretty soon, I think, to start being able to pop Moabs and random big chunks of balloons with our ability here. And then I think I got to completely ignore this entire path until I try to maybe get a Purple Spike, and also try to maybe get a Carpet of Spikes. Those are the 2 that I can go for. Of course, I cannot afford a Super Mines. That's kind of the plan that we've got going for us. Unfortunately, the problem with Spike Factories is that none of them are great. I mean, they're all kind of just okay in their own regard. This guy's good against ceramics. Middle path is good against Moabs. Using that in combination with each other is usually pretty good, but you gotta use it so gosh darn well that it's almost impossible. So I am honestly scared of what the late game is gonna hold for us here, but we'll root for the future. We were able to afford our Moab Shredder before around 40. It's also doing a decent amount of pops. I mean, it's already got 800. I mean, compared to this guy who's been doing seemingly most of my pops, it just feels weird that this guy's up there so high, but it's because Soda's doing a lot of the pops as well. Over 8,000, actually a significant majority of my total pops. It's more like Spike Factory support with Soda doing all the work. For now. That will eventually change, but for now, that's the way it's kind of going down. And we got a Moab coming out here, round 40. Whew. Alright, I'm actually not too afraid here. Watch this. 1 jump, boom, donezo. Soda against ceramics, at least the first Moab ceramics, easy peasy. So, I think I'm going to glide through here for a little while, but I'm going to go for at least 1 Spike Storm. I'm probably going to go for 1 Spiked Mines, maybe with another couple Spike Factors around it, then start saving up for the Spike, what's it called? Carpet of Spikes, because that guy is, I believe, the key to actually winning this game. If I get a Carpet of Spikes, no guarantees, but I'm going to at least feel like I have a chance. Look at this already. Big chunks of balloons here. You can see the overwhelm happening. Oh, hot diggity dog. Holy crap. You can tell, big chunks of balloons already becoming problematic. So let's go for another random. Let's do it like this. Let's do 1 right here. And I'm going to do another base right here, right next to it, hopefully. Hopefully. I want to keep it in range over here. This guy's going to have a long reach. And then this guy is going to just be another 3-2 Spike Factory for now, and eventually I'll have to get him higher. But group balloons are going to start becoming a problem here if Soda doesn't reach level 9. which is where she starts to get a lot of balloon bleed, basically, which means we should be able to start popping some real balloon action over here. Anyways, I feel like, in an interesting turn of events, I feel like I've been helpful to people recently, which is kind of weird. I felt like a good person. I don't know if that ever happens to you guys. You know, let's put this guy... oh, crap. I don't know what to do there. We're going to Spike Storm. 47's a beefy round. Luckily, we do take it down, no problem. We got another Spike Ball Factory here. Lead fast production. Nice. All right, so we really got to combine these two abilities in the most effective way possible, specifically on round 49 to make sure we're going to do a good job. So, I felt like a good person because I actually helped somebody find their kitty cat, their lost kitty cat. It was kind of weird, actually. I was walking down the street with my puppies, and out of nowhere, I saw a cat. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. You know, you see, like, they're not really stray cats. They're just sort of, like, outdoor cats, which, by the way, if you have any outdoor cats, it's a bad thing. All right, I just want to be straight with you. It's not a good thing to have an outdoor cat. You should not have an outdoor cat. It's bad for pretty much everybody. It's bad for the cat. It's bad for you. It's bad for wildlife. It's bad for everything. And then when your cat doesn't come back, there's only one person to blame. It's you. I'm sorry, but it's just the way it is. Holy crap. All right, big chunks of regens here. We're going to try jumping on it and just surviving. Now, we're currently playing Chimps mode. I like to throw that out there. We're playing Chimps, not Chimps, which means if we do end up losing a single life here, we just press continue and we readapt our strategy with our abilities, or possibly by spending our money in a more effective way. So that shouldn't affect us too much, but I just want to throw that out there that is the thing that we can pay attention to, and then if we lose, because the spike balls are all the way in the back here, I don't want to really mess with that too much. But anyways, I saw a cat, and then I was, okay, no big deal, whatever. And I was walking down the street, and no joke, a freaking poster on a tree. Missing kitty cat. And I was like, no, could that be the cat that I was just, that they're searching for? How intriguing. All right, so we're going to go for the spiked mines in the front. Slash, they're kind of overlapping quite a bit, but I believe this is the better position for it. I want them to explode. I don't know. I don't think it matters too much, but that's just my intuition, is just put them in the front. I think it'll do a slightly better job exploding the big chunks of balloons. Then if something sneaks through, I got something in the back to try to keep me there. But of course, they're kind of all over the place anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. It's just kind of a combo play. But either way, now I have to start seeing how much money can we save up here, because I'm very worried about a lot of rounds coming up in here. Here's some big, beefy balloon rounds, like 55, 63 coming up. But then I'm going to start dealing with Moabs on top of big chunks of balloons. And that's where I'm going to think, I have no freaking idea if we're going to make it to $43,000 saved up in here. There's a lot of tough rounds coming up. Maybe. But I saw a freaking kitty cat, and I was like, no way. So there was a phone number on there and everything, and I took 2 pictures of the cat. I took one of just the cat kind of as close as I could get with 2 dogs, and holding my phone, and dogs kind of pulling to try to eat the cat, I guess. I don't know if they would actually eat the cat, but at least smell the cat or something. And I text them and I say, hey, yo, I see your cat, I think. I'm not entirely sure if it's your cat, but at least look into it. And I texted one of them, or I texted 2 pictures, one of just the cat and one of the like address and the street that it was on. And bam, they responded back and they're like, thank you so much, you helped find our kitty cat. I was like, yes, I'm a helpful mofo sometimes. You know, sometimes I'm a drain, even on myself and all that stuff, but it made me feel good. Because if I lost my dogs, oh my god, I'd be so sad, dude. I honestly would. Like, my dogs are almost everything to me. They're a big part of my life, and it seems weird, but I actually consider my dogs my best friends. You know, some people completely just don't understand what that means, how you can have an animal or a pet be your best friend, but it really does feel that way to me. I feel like, they know me better than just about anybody else. They're just smart and interesting, and they like me, and I like them, and I treat them right. They treat me right most of the time. But anyways, here we go. Round 63 is coming up pretty soon. You know what? I'll remember, but I had something else that was positive about my life recently that I was kind of pumped about, but hopefully I'll remember that in a few minutes here after we beat round 63. By the way, $20,000 saved up. Only another 20K left to go, and we might actually make this freaking happen. Thought going to get stronger, but here we go. This is the big deal. 60-3. You got to get lucky with these explosions. Oh my god. I don't know if it's necessarily luck. All right, maybe that's the wrong word, but the explosions really do need to do most of the damage. So the better the better they are grouped up, the better off you are. And for this last set, though, luckily for us, we got Sorta. Yeah. Okay. Now, if I need more popping power, I can either start to build my bottom path Spike Factory, which I'm really not feeling right now, or I could go for another Spiked Mines, or if I just need a tiny, tiny baby bit, I might go for one more 3-2 Spike Factory. That's really my only options right now. I don't think I want to go for another Spike Storm. I think it's going to be too much randomness, not enough straight popping power. So if it comes down to it, I might end up doing that, but I hope it doesn't come down to it. All right, looks like we're in the home clear for a little while. Usually the mid-60s are not too bad. In this situation, it could end up being weird just because space balloons are kind of actually my issue right now, not group balloons. Space Moabs in particular, kind of a big problem. Hopefully I can keep up with abilities and everything, but I just don't know for sure. It can sometimes feel weird to be overly cautious when playing this game, but in this situation, I know it seems goofy to be like, oh, I'm just going to retry like 65 times, but if I use my ability wrong in any way, it could lead to my demise, and not just one round demise, but starting all the way over, and that is by far the worst thing. So we go, I used, oh crap, that was twite, but this is going to give us this ability left over for 76, which allows us to get the Carpet of Spikes. Woo! All right, now that is a game changer for total popping power. This guy's going to be good, and I like my positioning, too. He's right in the front here, able to pop the mobs, the BFBs kind of right away. Still shoot across the board here, kind of into the balloons as well. I like everything about this. My only concern is if I want to just build up an entire back defense, or if I want to try to sort of game the system a little bit, try to use my Spike Factories to their advantage. And one of the best things to do is to throw Spike Mines on the board right when they're going to explode on top of the balloons. So if I throw down Spike Mines here, here, and here, that might actually be more effective than just throwing a big bundle in the back over here. The only thing that would suck is if this guy ends up absorbing a lot of the Moab damage, that would be much less effective. So you really just need to find like the perfect spot for where you're going to pop a lot of balloons rather than popping a lot of Moabs and balloon combos. All right, round 79. This is actually a possibly difficult round for us. Possibly a difficult round for us. It's going to depend on the Carpet of Spikes being really effective, especially with a nice ability here, possibly. Oh my god, this is actually going pretty fantastic. All right, so I have enough money to build another top path Spike Factory if I want to, but again, I think I'd rather go for a big boy, if possible. The big boys are the way to go. If you can get the 5th tiers, you don't go for something else. Even if it's a Perma Spike, which has been gutted in the most recent update. Straight up gutted. It's way worse than it used to be, but it might still be the thing that we need to buy. All right, $32,000. It's an expensive upgrade, but it could be the best upgrade we can get. All right, so my god, went down so easy there, and now we're officially into the free play. Woo! All right. I don't know. Some people don't like that I call it free play, but it's a complete change of balloons. That's the weird way to think about it. Ceramics are now super ceramics. It's a complete change of what type of balloons and popping power you should be building. In fact, 3-2 Spike Factories might actually be more effective than building 4-2 Spike Factories at this point, which is super goofy to think about, but it's just kind of the way it is. Money should be flowing in pretty quick, though, and if we can get a Perma Spike, I will feel so much more comfortable. All the way to around 90, I feel like nothing can sneak through once we get a Perma Spike. But then, 90 plus, that's a different story. Yeah, Carpet of Spikes, bro. This thing is not to be underestimated. I mean, it's a $43,000 tower, so it's pretty pricey. But it's doing its job. It's not only popping Moabs completely, it's also doing a ton of ceramic damage. I mean, look at this popping power. We're at 237,000 pounds. That might actually be rivaling Soda. Oh, easily rivaling Soda. 150k for Soda, and she's been popping things all game, too, you know? Don't forget about that action. All right, so never underestimate the Carpet of Spikes. He's beautiful. He's amazing. He's got quite the curves. Bodacious curves here. Thank you, little Spike Factory. And purple. One of my favorite colors. In fact, actually, believe it or not, black is one of my favorite colors. Not actually one of... It is my favorite color. Some people don't like to think of black as a color. Absolutely black's a color. I like a lot of things black. I like a lot of things dark, just in general. My car, every single car that I've ever had... no, that's not true. My first car was gold, but it was because I got it from my brother for like $300 at the time. So how can you pass that up? Ooh, here we go, baby. Perma Spike. So here's the question. Faster or bigger? You guys like it bigger? Do you like it faster? Honestly, I would say most girls, I mean, most people would probably prefer bigger. But if you got the right speed, it can be way more effective than you could ever imagine. So I would say, in this situation, I gotta please her. I gotta go bigger, all right? Because we can go bigger and we can go hotter after that fact. And that is just a spicy meatball that needs to be unpacked here. So there it is. It's official. Mainly because DDTs, no matter how much I prepare for them, I'm still afraid of them. They're one of the things that do kill me quite often. But after that, it's all about round 98. I've got everything covered. I think I've got everything else covered in the entire game here, except for round 98. So, how do we pop round 98 effectively? Clearly, Moabs are still getting pretty gosh darn far over here, and they're only going to get worse and worse and worse. So, I think I've got to go for a smidge more Moab popping power, as ridiculous as that is. More Spike Storms. And then right after that, I go for total Bloon popping power. Bunch of top paths, just kind of all over the place. That's my plan. So we're going to go for one more Spike situation up in Yon. We're going to go full-on Spike Storms. And I think I got to go bigger stacks. I might not need the whiteout spikes, though, if we have to, you know, be critical of how we spend our money today. And I haven't had to use Sada's abilities all that much. I think she should reach level 20 here, but maybe not. Maybe she'll only reach level 18 or so. But either which way, the only thing that's going to affect is our sword charge. And it's nice to have a 3 times go around, but usually you don't need it, except in really rare, weird situations. All right, first DDT's coming up in here. Check this out, though. Should be obliterated. Oh, yeah, obliterated. That's going to open us up for a second Spike Storm. All right, so since the Moabs and everything, we're getting pretty far over here. I think right around here is probably the best spot for our Spike Factories. All right, so that's the plan. Ooh, this could be the first time we actually officially lose. I'm going to use my sword charge. Okay, we survived. I used 2 abilities to make it happen, but I survived. That's the main thing. And now it's time. Spike balls, baby. The question is, do we want to go just spike balls, or do we want to go bigger? Go to the 4 tiers. It's a tough question to answer. All right, the overwhelm is definitely starting to hit us here. Like, absolutely. The problem is, nothing's actually going to get through my permaspike for a long time, but you want to build it up. You want to build up that permaspike over a long time. Many rounds of everything just dying from permaspikes, from not permaspike. Ooh, baby. Look at these things. And permaspike's actually kind of barely hanging on. What the heck? Permaspike, bro. I'm afraid. I honestly believe we're going to lose this game, and it's going to be really, really upsetting, because I don't know what I could change. I don't know what I could change to be better. All right, let's go double dose of these. I'm going to use Saw's ability again here for 93, just to try to build up some more permaspike. We do have round 95 coming up, which is a really, really nice round for build-up. But 94 is not actually a nice round for build-up. Let's put her on close. Oh, let's put her on close. There could be a retry in here, but I don't know. I think I gotta go spike mines, dude. I think it's just it's too pitiful to watch the little spike balls affecting Moabs over here. It just doesn't work anymore. All right, every ability we got. As soon as we got it, we gotta throw it down. We could probably time this a little bit better. Let's put her on first. Just jump on some ceramics and crap. Dang, this is not going well. Permaspike might actually lose on round 94. Holy crap. That's awful. That's straight up awful. All right, so I got... Dang, dude. We're just going to blow our entire load here. Doesn't even matter. Just use it. Oh, and we still lose to 94? Holy crap. This is bad, guys. This is really bad. Oh, boy. I'm having some issues here. Round 94 is just killing me. There's really not much I can do either. It's just killing me no matter what I do. Good ability timings. There. And this is only 94. 96 is even beefier, and 98 is obviously way beefier. And I just reached level 17 too, so it's kind of sucktastic. I really can't change much more about it. The one thing that I can do is I can try to use Sawda's abilities a little bit more on the ceramics, but even then, just so I don't use as much tankage on random kind of early ceramics here, so we can take more Zoma Gods later. I just don't know if that's going to happen. So I'm going to be working on this for a little bit to see if we can make something happen. Otherwise, we're donezo. We're donezo, boys, which is really sad. For 94 Spike Factories? Come on. I thought they'd do better than that. Okay, so unfortunately, I can't do it. I've tried a bunch of different strategies, different ways to do it. I've tried building different types of Spike Factories. Seemingly the only one that's even doing anything at all is just a random Spike Ball, because this is what we can actually afford here. I've tried just getting lucky with it and maybe just having it go down properly, but nope. Doesn't seem to be going down any which way, shape, or form here. So I think I got to restart, unfortunately. Now, the question is will this restart lead to victory? What can we do different? Well, the only thing that I can really think of that I can say for sure what I want to try... Oh, check this out. Oh, that's already getting dangerous. She's on strong. Okay, so that's why that went over there. All right. This is about the closest I've been, and it's not good, as you can plainly tell. Yeah, I can build a base Spike Factor. What the heck's that going to do? This is the problem, though. This big chunk of Zoma God Bloons. I can try to go double dip it on this guy and then sword charge through it all, but it still doesn't get enough of the Bloons, and there's just a few too many staking through, so that's not going to work. So what can we do different? Well, the thing that's not doing anything for me right now is the Permaspike. I mean, this guy's doing pops, this guy's doing nothing, this guy's doing crap tons of pops, so I like Carpet of Spikes, I don't like Permaspike. Question is, can I build enough spiked mines or spiked balls to kind of keep up with what a Permaspike would do? And I don't know. And so we have arrived back to round 94. I have not tried this round out yet, so this could be the death of us. But of course, I hope that it's not the death of us. I'm going to use all three of these. I'm actually going to go for an early Sawda ability here as well, just to try to clean up some of the ceramics, see if that's going to put us in a good position here. This is looking significantly better than last time, but this is still a lot of Zoma Gods. Like, a lot of Zoma Gods. A lot of Bloons in general. I've got $7,000 saved up, but I'd really rather save up for Spike Mines if at all possible. So we'll see if that is going to happen here. It's looking like probably not, though. Alright, let's jump on this crap. Usually if you get on a corner, it's even better. Lots of Moabs left over, but we're getting to the very back here. One last little bit, and we do! We take down round 94. Alright. So, I think it's official. I think we can just say Permaspike. Straight up garb. Why is it better to spam a bunch of 3-2 Spike Factories than it is to get a 5th tier Permaspike? They neutered him. Obliterated him. It's kind of sad, actually. Alright, so I even went cray-cray, and I tried to save myself money by not going white-hot spikes here, so if for some magical reason we can't pop DDTs, all we gotta do is change that one thing. But I'd rather spend my money on Bloon popping power, Spike Mines, and Spike Balls. That's all I want to do, because round 96 is going to be... Honestly, it might not be more difficult than round 94, just because I think there's some reinforced in here. Yeah, there's more reinforced Bloons in here. But 98, that one is going to be a pain in the butt. And that one could be too beefy to handle, even with this awesome Spike Factory combo. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend $0, if at all possible, from now until round 98. And then what will happen is, hopefully, I'll have round 98 available to me to build whatever I want and test out different strategies to see what's going to work most optimally. I also don't really need to go cray-cray with saving abilities or anything like that on 96, but on 97, I would really like to have all three abilities at the end of the round. So let's go triple blast here for 96. And for 97, I could use some of my abilities right from the get-go, and then I could just wait it out, I think. You know, I mean, these are like... they're reasonably beefy, but I don't think we're going to have any issues. Let's just wait it out. They're only reinforced rando Bloons, and I don't have to worry about my Permaspike. You know, the one issue with the previous game was I had to worry about Permaspike getting eaten up every single round. This time, don't have to worry about any eating whatsoever. These guys will just pop continuously, or the same exact amount every single time. Which is pretty sweet. All right, every ability available for the start of round 98. The first thing I'm going to try is, of course, another Spike Mines. I believe that this is the optimal strategy, and then I'm also going to throw down a random 1, 2, 3 Spike Balls. And as soon as I get the money, fast production, and maybe another one of these guys. But let's start blowing our load. Give it everything. Give it everything. I am going to go for a somewhat early that thing. I don't even know if it's going to help us out much, but at least it's up. All right, even mass production's up as well. These guys are getting pretty far. The Oh My Gods were what was killing us last time, though. Not necessarily all the BFBs or reinforced Bloons. All right, we got a lot of stuff getting to the backpack here, though. Ooh, baby. This is looking pretty rough. This is actually looking... Oh. I don't know, dude. Based on what I just saw right there, I am not... Why do I have more... Oh, yeah. Okay. So we're going to go to level 18. I got the money for it. With a blur of speed. Why the heck not? Let's triple blow. Let's put her on close. Oh, I meant to put her on close, but strong might actually work okay. And what I did different this time is I have an extra Spike Storm, so hopefully more Moab popping power. And I just got to time this guy okay. I don't know what else to build, but let's just try using it. I don't know. It's best against ceramics, not against Moabs, but sometimes you just gotta use it. All right, so many reinforced BFBs blowing through our defense here. Oh, this is not looking good, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think this is easily donezo. I don't think we have a single shot at all of even remotely surviving round 98. It's just not gonna happen. I mean, it's upsetting. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to say it. But it just is... Oh, my God. It's not going to help me when I get crappy abilities like that. Poorly used on me. But what's killing me is even the reinforced BFBs, let alone the Oh My Gods. They haven't even popped the Oh My Gods yet. And there's seemingly no good way to use this ability just to actually pop a bunch of ceramics, because the Moabs are just so tanky. They're kind of tanking everything anyways. So... I mean, we're just so far off, it's almost ridiculous. I knew that round 98 was going to be a pretty big problem, and I tried a bunch of different types of strategies. I've tried my super mines here, I've tried spike balls, I've tried just spike balls only. I tried even going for a bunch of Moab Shredders. I tried a Spike Storm, a Spiked Balls combo. I used all $16,000 in a bunch of different ways, and most games I am actually upgrading Soda as well with my $5 or $6 to make sure I attack even faster. Unfortunately, this time around, I didn't press that button, so, yeah. But now I got it. But anyways, it's just too far off. Unless we do something unbelievably lucky here, somewhere over the rainbow, this is probably going to be an easy loss for us. This is our best yet, though. Moving back to first. Jump. Soda. Trying. I mean, that was a good run. That was a very good run. Just not enough at all. Yeah, I'm about 30 tries deep, and I don't even know why I'm continuing to try. I feel like I get to the point where I'm like, yeah, I'm like close, but I'm really not. I'm probably 10,000 Bloons off, and Spike Factories, no matter how I micro it, is not going to magically make that happen. So this run is done. Spike Factories, Chimps, no. It's not going to happen. I don't care what map I'm playing on. Any advanced map, Spike Factories will not work, especially with the extreme nerf of the bottom path Spike Factory. That perma-spike is necessary to make these runs possible, and it's just not going to happen. We've got a new strategy. A somewhat promising strategy. But before I actually get really excited, I gotta let you guys know that this is not an official Chimps nor an official Chimps run. I gave myself additional money. So, similar to the Dartling gun play, clearly, if you can't start with the Spike Factory, you're limited to only 3 heroes in the game. But on top of that, you're actually limited to only 2 heroes in the game, and on top of that, you're actually limited to only really 1. Kind of, 1.5. Soda, Quincy combo, both possibly can start, but not on most maps. And specifically, I can't do a start with Quincy on this map, which is my favorite Spike Factory map. It gives me the most room to work, right? But anyways, that leaves us with Ezili. But unfortunately, we can't do an Ezili start either because she's just not powerful enough. So what I had to do was I had to do a Spike Factory start to give myself that $1,080, throw it on the start of Spike Factory to get myself an Ezili in time on round 9, to still manage to do almost the exact same strategy as before with my mid-game, where I got a 4-2 and a 3-2 Spike Factory combo, and save up for a Carpet of Spikes in time to kind of make some crap happen here in the late 70s. So right now, things are actually looking okay. And the main thing that this is going to change is that before, around 98 was too beefy for us, and Sada did almost nothing, Quincy would do almost nothing, but Ezili can do something. Her Moab Hex can actually take down big chunks of BFBs and or just take down the Zomagods in their entirety. It's going to be frickin' sweet if we can make that happen, but there's no guarantees. So, here's the plan. Because I'm going to need a little bit less balloon popping power in most situations, I'm planning on going for a few more of these Moab things. And I like the positioning down here, because it shot the spikes kind of up and away into the Moabs, and still was able to hit some ceramics kind of on the way. So I'm actually going to go for more spike storms with bigger spikes, or bigger stacks. And I still want to mix and match a little bit, and I still think I want to go for more spiked mines, more than I want to go for spiked balls, but that's just kind of my general plan. We'll see how it all unfolds in the long run. All right, so check out round 94. So one thing you got to keep in mind with the Moab Hex, and this works in a kind of weird way. Usually you're going to have Ezili on strong in this situation, and when you use your Moab Hex, it's going to jump to the strongest balloon, which means only Zomagods. And what you want to do is you want to try to pop these Zomagods as soon as you possibly can, because that allows it to jump to the next Zomagod, and then allows it to jump to the next Zomagod, and then no balloons come out as children balloons for those guys. So you can really do a lot of work if you time things well. The problem is, timing things well is very, very difficult to do, on top of the fact that they jump to their own balloons whenever they kind of feel like it. So luckily for us, round 94 is going to be kind of easy. Round 96 should also be kind of easy, but then we get to round 98. And the good thing about all of this is I'm still surviving with a big chunk of money here. So I think that no matter what, the only thing I'm not going to go for is a permaspike. But the question is, what do I do in addition to all of that? I don't know yet. Also, my spike storms don't have white hot spikes, so let's see if we can survive without that. This one does. These two don't, because I'm hoping that I need to just save $650 times 2 here. And it looks like, yeah, actually 95 goes down pretty easy, even with $30,000 saved up. Again, things are going pretty smooth so far. All right, so what I like to do is, whenever possible, I like to use my Moab Hex, then to use my my abilities kind of as quickly as I possibly can. So that just deletes everything very quickly. So we got rid of a crap ton of balloons here. Super fast, super easily. For round 97, though, again, I think we're just going to have to rely on our spike factories here. Actually, this might be Moab Hex worthy. Maybe. I think I'm going to get it back before round 98 here if I use it right now. So let's do that, and let a couple Zomagods die, and then hopefully we get this back for round 98, because I'm not going to use it on round 97. I'm just going to let the spike factories just do their own thing. All right, and we're going to have over $40,000 saved up for round 98. So, of course, I'm going to assume that we're going to need to spend that money, but now we have options available to us, and that's really, really cool. I love having options available to me. It means we can test out different strategies and see what works the best. And look at that, 97 does go down pretty easily. We're going to go for a super fast Moab Hex, because I'm thinking we might actually go... Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. So I got to try to melt through the Zomagods here. All right, let's start by doing this. Let's go for just a crap ton of spike mines. Whatever we can afford. As soon as I get the money for it, I'll probably go for that. My Moab Hex was not very effective. I should have waited on that guy. I kind of wanted to do it against BFBs, but the Zomagods come out so quickly. I just don't really expect it. So, of course, we're damaging all of this stuff, but not a lot of them got officially Moab Hexed and deleted. So yeah, it looks like we're going to get overwhelmed here on round 98, but we have the ability to mess around here. I have no idea if this is timed any better, but this is where I got to start using my ability. I mean, we're going to try just as soon as the Zomagod turns, just so I know for the future, and see if this is going to be enough to kill all the Zomagods, because basically I need almost all the Zomagods to disappear for us to have any chance here. And a lot of them did get killed, but the balloons are very far in the back here. It's still jumping, though, and it looks like round 98 might. It's close. Possibly. Get taken down. No frickin' way, baby. All right, now I think the best thing for us is to get another Spike Storm. This is somewhat unfortunate, but I guess I could buy these upgrades real quick. Not that much money for a little bit of DDD popping power, and boom, shazoom, round 99 to take it down as well. Now, can we take down round 100? Woo! All right. This should be perfect timing on this ability. Oh, yeah, look at this. We like this a lot right when he gets on top of us here. Oh, yeah, get on top of me better. Now, Ezili's not level 20, so we can't use Moab Hex on the bad itself. But We can use it on the Bloons inside. DDT shouldn't be a big deal, but we're just waiting for these Oh My Gods to get a little bit hurt, and this should be an easy win. Badoing, badoing. Woo! And we did it! Spike Factory's only, surprisingly, with Ezili! Oh, and there's still something wrong with her pop count, by the way, because there should be over 2 million pops here, no problem. Oh, yeah. I only say that because of my 2 Mega Pops video where Ezili couldn't make it, but I think it's partially false. Anyways, that was ridiculous. You're probably thinking, why would you pick Ezili, Chris? Why? Well, first of all, it worked. Second of all, the other heroes just didn't make sense. Pat wasn't going to slow the Bloons down enough or help us out at round 98 enough. Churchill even would not help us out in round 98 enough. Ezili was the only one that could actually delete a lot of the Bloons. And she had over 600,000 pops, showing him how much more powerful she was than even Sauda on this challenge. So I know that I give Ezili a lot of crap, but she does do things in a different way than other heroes, and she can make some cool things happen if you use her right. All right, I'm just going to throw that out there. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed, make sure you press that like button. This video took me over 2 hours just to record, so please press that like button for me. Please subscribe if you haven't. And of course, have a super duper delicious day.